Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is very early, meaning it's still in the Asian session, but I'll go about showing how to draw levels of the day, right? Let's look at yesterday. Yesterday, if you see on the pound USD, I had this level drawn, this level, this one here, one at the bottom, and quite a few others. So what are these levels? So let's go to the bigger ones first, right? uh, that's clearer. Okay, so um, what you need to do basically is draw all these points, the turning points, which usually is also the high and low of one of these days, right? So these highs and lows, you don't really do not expect price to turn on a dime on these highs and lows. So these are just areas where price will go towards, meaning if it were if you had a long bias or a short bias. For example, just take a look at yesterday. So yesterday, the day before yesterday, the high was here, but there was another high that was here, that's, well, pretty close to each other. That's the reason why I didn't bother to draw this one. So if price is going to go up to test it, it's going to just go to the next one. And you can see that actually price came and went up there. It actually tested and hovered around there for quite a few hours, right? Yesterday, I know yesterday the pound USD was pretty ugly, right? But other than that, there's lines here, which is pretty clear. So these are the big levels where you expect, depending on your bias, where price wants to go. Now, what you need to do next is to see where do you think price will be turning on the day. So for that, the best way, you go to a 1 hour chart, right? Look for certain price patterns, right? Okay, 1 hour chart. Okay, here I drew a line here, right? When you get consecutive large bull or bear bars that, the way they are intersecting is just a little bit like that, right? You can see hardly any wick on both sides. This is actually will be quite an interesting level, and actually you see the same level has some other reaction here. So go to the 1 hour and look for this type of this type of area. So usually when price comes down to this area, there will be a reaction. Whether it will be a complete reversal or not, you don't know. But depending on where you are in the time of the day and what is your bias when price actually comes here, it can actually help you. For example, if you think that it's going to be a long day, I mean, as price wants to go up, but throughout the whole day it came down, and then suddenly in either London or New York session, price is approaching this area, then that gives actually a good area where price will perform a reversal. Okay, so you have to take the level together with the context. So let's look at if you go to the 1 hour, where else do you see good levels? Okay, you don't see that many on the, probably there's some lower here, okay, so not so many that I can see that is clean, right? Clean meaning hasn't had a reaction. You see one here, right? It had a reaction. Clean without much wicks, probably here. Okay, you see, there you go, a reaction, right? Let's see any more clean ones. Okay, then the other thing that you can look for, so that's to go to the 1 hour. Then go also to the 4 hours and look for the same type of pattern. And besides that, also look for patterns like this, right? A large engulfing bar, whether bullish or bearish, right? Those are also usually interesting areas you see here. All right. Okay. Here you have almost that pattern. Maybe we can go to the, you know, lower lower time and see whether there was any reaction. And the other thing you want to see is this, right? You know, rejection, and then close to the rejection you see a full bodied bar. So at levels like this you usually get a reaction, right? You can see here a reaction. Okay, you see here this rejection here, over here, pop, rejection here. Okay, didn't quite reach, but basically look for things like that. You can also look for that on the 1 hour. And in fact, when you do the actual daily trade, you can actually look at it on the 15 minutes. So those are levels that you'll see you know, before the trading day. Then on the trading day itself, right, on that day itself, as price moves, it will create more levels. So let's take a look at yesterday. Even this really is really ugly, right? So price made a move here, and you see that same pattern that I showed you, a nice a quick move, and then, you know, what you call engulfing bar here. And so this is a level. You see a full bodied bar here. Look to the left, you see a rejection right there, and you see what happens when price comes back to this level. Boom. Actually, you see I actually had a trade here, right? Actually, I was waiting for this, and then I went to where I was doing something. I came back, price already went up a little bit. I still took the trade, and so I got a little bit, maybe 20, okay, close to 30 pips, right? And then in the rest of the day, price was really choppy, right? So other than that, you had this level here, you see again, actually almost the same kind of look. And this is also actually the opening price of the day. You see price open here, went up a little bit, came down to test it, and then went up there, right? So I will still consider this as interesting level. So as the day progressed, it created this level here. You can see price came, price over here, it didn't react, but then it came here again and it reacted here, right? And over here it reacted over here, and this level, which was that previous day's high, right, gave levels here, and then it came up after New York session, and then it's slowly drifted down. So these are price levels that you can look for during the day. And then of course you also had the previous day's level. So let's see what would I do for today, right? Simple. So let's forget about this level. Let's put in oops, sorry, that's really ugly. We'll put in this level for today, right? We'll put in this level as well, but it's pretty close to this, but never mind, we'll put in this level. I wouldn't say this is a very nice level. I think we may get a little bit of test around this zone. So these levels are still valid, right? You may still get some reaction there. Other than that, in yesterday's price action, you see that all the levels have been used up, or price have gone through it many times. So although this would have been a interesting level on if it occurred earlier, so this is gone, so there's nothing else. So these are the price levels that you have. So I will actually I'll remove this line. This is no longer nice for me. So I have this level, and I still have this level here, and I'll add today's opening, right? So today's opening is just as a reference. Sometimes you forget where the day's opening is, and if you're expecting a bullish day, and based on ICT's power of 3, so price will actually go down, and then then it will go up. So it needs to go below the opening price, and then it goes up after that. So it's good to know where where the bias is, and let's see where the bias is. I don't think we'll be looking for, okay, ignore these other graphs here. So I'm trying to do a chart overlay and trying to do a the also the ICT SMT smart money technique or something, where you look for divergence between pair. So ignore these other pair, just look at this pound USD. So I would say we are still looking it to be bullish. I don't see anything that says otherwise, right? Although there's a level here, right, there's levels here that you may want to take out, right, before it reach one of the highs from last year. But still looks bullish, so we'll still be looking for a bullish day. So that's right, so that's the pound USD. Let's take a look at the Euro USD, right? Just if we wanted to do levels, let's just run through the exercise quickly. Let me delete stuff that is messy. So what do we have here, right? This is the interesting level from yesterday. Definitely a interesting level here. Put in the opening price, which is right there. So price came down, so maybe I have not checked what the bias is, but maybe it's on the upside as well because of the weak US dollar. So probably it's going on the upside. So price has already gone down below the day, and maybe it'll go up. So what else is interesting? Let's zoom out a little bit. So these levels are still there. This level is a little bit interesting. I may put it in, but depending on when price comes here, we'll take a look, right? Interesting level. See what we have here while it's developing. Okay, see this thing? So this is usually an interesting level, right? Will price have a reaction here? So this is what I call anticipating the move. So when you have something like this, you can take the trade, right? Of course, do not take a trade and do not think about having no stop loss. So things like this, you can see maybe a 10 to 15 pip move up, and you will take about a 10 pip stop loss, right? No more than that. Okay, if price, you'll see that on this bar there's only two interesting levels, one here and one here. Remember where I say where there's a rejection, and then a full bar. So these are minor levels here, right? So these are the only three levels where you are looking where you have a reaction. So if price goes beyond that, you want to scrap your trade, and you see that, right? You have about a 5 to 6 pips stop loss, and you want to see price go back to this level here, right? It's about 10 pips, or maybe around 8 pips. So this is a very quick scalps, and you need to be aware when it's going to happen. So what are the levels we have? So as I said, go to the 1 hour. Let me remove. I do the scale because it makes things easier to look at, right? So on yesterday, you see this, what I mean by this type of level, and you see how price reacted there. Okay, so this one is gone, right? So that level is finished, not a good one. You may still see a rejection. So what else do we see on this one is actually here. Okay, you still have this level. I do not see anything interesting on the 1 hour. 1 hour, 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 1 This is likely a 4-hour level. Let's take a look at 4 hours. So you see here 2 bars and then not much of a wick, so that's a interesting level that I had over there. This is probably also an interesting level. We can put it in, right? This one also an interesting level, but this one will be a bit choppy, but I put in here. I think I like this level. You can see how the reaction that you had here, right? So that's where you are. So you put the levels on the 4 hour and the 1 hour, and then you go back to the 15 minutes. I don't put levels usually on the 5 minutes, right? On the 5 minute, what you want to see, not so much as levels, you want to see a pattern. The pattern that you want to see is, okay, here you go. While you are trading, and you see this, right? Big bar, small bar in between, you can expect price to continue. But usually this is not the best one. I usually won't take. I like to see that this wick, do not cross this bar at all, right? So this type of pattern while you're trading, okay. Nothing much that is nearby on the 5 minutes. So on the 15 minutes, that's about it. So that's how you go about putting levels. And then of course we have to wait till for the rest of the price action for the day. I see maybe we have a level there. Let's go to the wicks. The wick is a bit high, so I won't take this as a level. I'll actually take this as a level on a trading day. So that means let's go to, was it a 1 hour, right? You can just put this here, okay. Go to the 15 minutes, which just nice, it's there, right? So if you get price later coming back up here, you will have a reaction. So what are these points for? These are useful levels for you to take profit, right? If you did a buy from somewhere here, right? And you're not sure where do you want to take partial profit before you reach your ultimate take profit. So these are good levels, and these are also levels where you may see a little reaction coming back down. Okay, so that's what I'll do. So hope you found that useful on how to plan your trading for the day. So it's Asia session, although price is moving a bit. I don't usually take any trades. We'll wait for London and New York. So I'll remove these lines. These lines were just to show you the minor levels. I don't take trades on the minor levels, right? So you see that price actually trying to have some reaction here, right? There's an order block here, right? It's trying to have a reaction here. So as I said, levels are not foolproof. It's just areas that you take a look and see whether price action makes sense or not, right? So in this case, if you have gone to the 5 minutes, right? On the 5 minute, price did not at all even stop at that level at all. So you definitely wouldn't have want to take a buy there, right? So at the lower time frame, you need to see some reaction when the bar closes. So you see that this level is not good even on the 5 minutes, but this level is good, probably showing something on the 5 minutes here. Remember I said big bar, nice small bar, this is where you take a buy, and this is also areas of reaction. Usually you won't get a very big reaction, okay? So depending on your lot size and how quick you are with the mouse, right? You are looking at 5 to 8 pips usually. Then you should take what you got, and that's about all. If you're lucky, you get more. So that's all about price levels, planning for trade for the day. So I'll remove this. This is useless for me now. This was, what was this? This was yesterday's open. So let's remove yesterday's open as well, and I'll put in today's open is there. So that's all. You see price actually having some reaction there. What we have, 4, almost 5. Maybe we can reach here 8 pips, and that's about it. All right, hope you found this useful. Take care, guys. Bye.